book ideas do you have at this point?
How many book ideas do I have? Well, you know this is just going to be a 9-book series, right? Okay, yeah. But I also have an epic fantasy that I'm working on currently, and that will be the next thing that really comes out for me after the Star Wars novel. So the epic fantasy is going to alternate with the Iron Druid stuff. So we have Shattered. Then the next thing my first book in the epic fantasy is called A Plague of Giants. So that will be the book that comes out next. Then you'll get Shattered, or I'm sorry, book 8, which is Staked. And then you have the second book of the epic fantasy and so on. We'll just kind of alternate. So I can't start book 8 now because I have to do research on my settings. And like I went to Japan to research the Japanese stuff in this particular novel. And because not only for this particular novel, but I was also doing some research for a short story that I'll be writing later. Because Atticus has made several references to stuff that happened to him during the Tokugawa shogunate. And I will eventually be getting into that sequence as a short story later on. So I was in Japan for that, but I've got to go to Toronto for, and I'll be there on Tuesday actually. And then I'm staying there for a couple of extra days to do research because you know how you never want to be Nigel in Toronto? I got to figure out why. So, because I was really putting that as a joke at the first part just because I thought it was funny to say. But then I realized I've said it so often that I really need to answer the question. Because, you know, it's implausible that Granuel wouldn't say, all right, Atticus, explain yourself, you know. So let's find out why, and we'll get to that. And I actually have this nice lady in Toronto who's planning out my days for me. She's a project manager by trade, and so she has this itinerary that she sent to me. It's like, you can sleep later. And, we're researching all the neighborhoods in Toronto that existed in 1953 when Atticus was there. So it's